Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. And what I have for you today is a super easy iridescent eye look with a little taste of my color correcting routine as well. What I mean by iridescent eyes is that the shadow and cream base that I use together actually creates this reflective surface, and from every angle, from different lights, you'll see different colors actually from your shadow. It's so beautiful, and you can mix it up and get some amazing results. Plus, as an added bonus, it's super easy to do, and you'll see that right here. So before I started this look, I did wash my face and go through my whole morning routine. And then the next step is to go in with my MAC Prep and Prime Primer. And a little trick I use to actually avoid creating that slippery layer of primer right on top of your face is by applying the primer and my beauty oil together with a beauty blender. You'll get it all right into your pores, as well as you'll get all day moisture and wear with this technique as well. Alright, the fun part. So next we're going to get into the color correcting on my lids. As you can see, I have pretty heavy hyperpigmentation all around my eyes. So I'm starting here with Pure Orange from MAC Studio Conceal and Correct Palette. And I know this shade seems really bright and really extreme, but for such saturated darkness, this is one of the few tones that actually offset it. Now it does look like I put a lot of this on, but the emollient formula of this palette really does make a little bit of this spread really far. So keep that in mind when you're packing this on. A little does go a long way. Now for this look, I don't need an opaque coverage of orange, so I do really take a few minutes and blend it all into my skin. And at the end, I do blend out the harsh edges quickly here with my favorite, the little beauty blender again. As you can see, the finished look is by no means perfect, but it did its purpose, which was just to neutralize the majority of that darkness, and that's what it did. So we're on to the next step. So we are going to be using the Burgundy Bar palette today. This super affordable palette. You can get this from any drugstore, or more specifically, if you're in Canada, you can get this at any Shoppers Drug Mart. It does have two matte shades at the end, which we are going to be focusing on. And the shades are not named, but the darker of the matte shades is the one that I'm applying here right now. So I am using a stiff type applicator brush for this look. I'm starting off by creating a little shaded triangle around the corner of my eye here. I'm going to work this into my crease as well, and I'm going to spread it in about halfway onto my lid. Again, the shadow doesn't have to be perfect, it's just a little layer of smoke. And this shade, as you can see, is pretty similar to my natural eye color, but with more tones of purple versus black. And those purple tones are the ones that I really want to pull out here. And I will quickly do it here again on the other eye for you guys to see one more time. And finally, the last aspect of the look that truly gives in that iridescence is this cream base by MAC in shade Bronze. And as you can see by the gross condition of the container, I really make use of this guy. The shade is just heavenly. It is this deep bronze gold, and it looks like if it's just made up of tiny, tiny little light specks. I can't get enough of this. This shadow does require a little bit of work in. So as you can see here, I start off with my Quo applicator brush right on my lid, and I just place it all over my lid. And once it's on there, you can see I start to sort of make these little dabs and patting motions to get it right into my skin and to get it blended into that purpley smoke that we applied before as well. Now you may have noticed I do go back and forth between this Quo applicator brush and my stiff applicator brush. The main reason being is that I just want to blend these colors out completely, and I also want to blend the color out into my crease completely as well, so then there's little to no creasing throughout the day. I still of course want my purple smoke to peek out under, so I really take my time in making my way to my outer eye area, and I definitely leave the gold more sparingly as I reach around the three-quarter mark of my eye. Now, believe it or not, guys, that's pretty much it for this look. No, really, that's it. These two colors really married well together, and both tones still shine through at the end here. I also have on no other makeup besides on my lids, and they already are clearly shining through and are such a huge focus on my face. That is really it for this look in terms of my eyes. I do apply concealer to kind of create a faux liner of sorts, and I'll kind of put that in here quick. And later on you'll see I also added some coats of Revlon mascara at the end, and then these eyes are done and there is no stopping them. I will for sure go into depth on the rest of my face, contour, lip plumping, everything else routine in another video or two. But here's a little taste of it so you can see the full look together all at the end. And as I mentioned before, I do go in with a couple coats of mascara. My lashes are not curled, I'm not wearing any extensions or anything, just straight mascara. And I don't know the name of this one actually, but it is one with the pink bottle and green lid on top. And again, you can find this at any drugstore. Doesn't have to be any fancy mascara to tie this look together, because that shadow really does steal the show regardless. Hair down, look all pretty for you guys. And a step I did do off camera as well was use concealer under my brows and over them to shape them a bit better. And I included some photos and different close-ups of me in different lights, just so you can see how different these colors look versus my kind of yellowy bathroom lighting versus like a full flash on a camera, and you can see the tones look completely different. Even though they are the same shadows, they are going to play off so differently in various colors, and that's kind of the fun of this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Much love, and until next time.